And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is FXFreedom broadcasting you live on YouTube, and you see a nice picture, right? Yes, Forex 101 Traders Psychology Series Part 4. What is this picture telling you, everybody? Right? Yesterday we were learning that it's not about the chart, it's about how you interpret the chart. And number two, it's about what action you took upon the interpretation. And now today we are looking what? Introspection. Exactly, we need to introspect, right? We believe that we are not making any money because of the strategy, or the market is not fair, or whatever the excuse might be, right? When in reality we need to introspect first and find out that maybe it's us, right? Maybe it's us. Maybe we are not doing it good, right? Okay, so today we're going to read a few things from Dr. Van Tarp's books, everybody. Okay, those pictures that you're going to see are not mine. Okay, the text is not mine, it's Dr. Van Tarp from the book Super Trader. Okay, so this is the first one. Being out of the market means being out of the market. It's important to exercise, take a vacation, and even take a break during the day. And when you do this, things do not take the market with you. When you start worrying about rates that you might have missed and 1,000 other possibilities, you are like a puppet on a string and the market is pulling your strings. If you take the market with you, then those parts of you that wanted the vacation or the break will disrupt your performance. During these times in which you need to give your full attention to the market, remember, you don't have to catch every move, there is always another opportunity. So Christmas is coming and New Year's Eve, right? So you want to have a vacation but you can't, or whatever. Everybody, if you're on vacation, be on vacation, makes sense? If not, as Dr. Van Tarp is saying, we are going to do, okay, maybe some stupid things, right? Next one. Let me see, which one? This one. Two, maybe this one. Mental states. This will be the first one. There you go. So Van Tarp is saying, I believe that each person produces the results he or she gets in life. Not just trading, in life. This occurs in all aspects of life, but it is especially evident in trading. The results you get in the market are exactly what you program yourselves to get. The results you get in the market are exactly what you program yourselves to get. Most traders battle the market for many years before they begin to come to this conclusion. Most traders battle the market for many years, everybody. So if you're 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, don't despair. More conservative investors seldom reach this conclusion. In a sense, you are lucky, because what happens to you in the market is a terrific mirror to what is going inside your head. One more time, believe it or not, in a sense, what happens to you in the market is a terrific mirror to what is going on inside your head. See, everybody, we need to introspect, right? It would be good if we introspect, right? One more time. People in other walks of life will also have such mirrors, but they are also not always so obvious. This is a great one. We are always blaming something other than ourselves for what happens. Society promotes it, yet when you blame something other than yourself, you can continue to repeat the mistake because it was the result of something beyond your control. We talked about yesterday during the charts. The best thing an investor can do when things go wrong is to determine how he or she produces the results. Journaling, exactly. The best thing an investor or a trader can do when things go wrong is to determine how, how he or she produce these results. Again, I need to introspect. At some point in time, for any situation, you made a choice that produced those results. Determine what that choice point was and give yourself other options to take when you encounter a similar choice point in the future. When people own their problems, they discover that their results usually stem from some sort of mental state. So what are the mental states? The second aspect of duplicating top success is mental state duplication. This is what most of you call discipline or emotional control. If you ask people to list their trading or investment problems, they are of two types: problems they don't own and mental state control problems. What would this be? We're going to write it down. So Euro AUD, right? Probabilistic thinking, this is from yesterday, everybody. What are the mental states, right? So emotional mental states, mental states, right? Or challenges. Number one, risking too much per trade. Just one, risking too much per trade. Number two, entering too soon. Number three, closing the trade too soon. Number four, entering too late, right? Hesitating, exactly. Hesitating. Everybody, do you hesitate? Hesitating. Number five, exiting, maybe English, exiting too late. Too late, You should profit, but you are waiting and the market reverses, right? So this should be greed, right? Number six, mixing with the stop loss. Number seven, not mixing but messing with the stop loss. Number seven, messing with the trade. Number eight, no stop loss, and so on. So everybody, the good news is all of this is normal. Most of us, we go through some of this, maybe all of them. Okay, boss, I'm not making any money. Boss, I lost the account. Risking too much per trade, Maybe you are risky, maybe you are too greedy, maybe you are risking too much, maybe you have higher expectations. Maybe your expectations are not aligned with the reality of business. All of this stuff can make you risk too much. I'm going to drive the Lambo this year, or I'm going to buy a Lambo in 1 year. Well, then you are most likely going to overtrade, risk too much. There is no setup yet, right? MACD didn't cross to go short. Just an example from this chart. MACD didn't cross, and you are still entering too soon. And it's a habit. All of those are habitual, everybody. So you need to introspect and check for yourself. Are you maybe doing this? So risking too much per trade, entering too soon. There is no setup, you still enter, and the market reverses and goes against you, and you are stopped out. Closing the trade too soon. The market goes your way, goes back down, goes back down. Just an example, your stop is here, and because you get scared of being stopped out, then you close the trade in here. And as soon as you close the trade, the market continues its way. Make sense? Fibonacci rule, profit take at the D. You profit take down in here. So you close the trade too soon. A common one too. Entering too late, hesitating, right? You know, counter trend line break and a crown. Oh, is this a real counter trend line break? Is this a real crown? Everybody? All of this, entering too late, hesitating, exiting too late, you know, greedy. You could have the Fibonacci something like here, you know, and this is the market and you entered correctly. You should profit take at the D, but we get greedy, you know, and we get greedy and we are here and it's making for just a few pips and there is a news announcement and we are stopped out. Again, just an example. Messing with the stop loss, you know, oh, the market is going to reverse, right? So this is a downtrend and I'm buying, right? You know, I bought the market in here and my stop loss is up in here and the market goes against me, and what do? Instead of me accepting the stop loss, I'm going to mess with the stop. I'm going to put it up in here and my risk of 0.5% is going to become 1%, 2%. Oh, this market is going to reverse. I'm going to move my stop loss again and the market is going to go against me, and sooner or later I'm risking 20, 30, 40, 50%. Hello Allah, how are you? Messing with the stop, messing with the trade, you know, not obeying the rules. Number 8, it's no stop loss. Okay? How do we solve these problems, everybody? We solve these problems with the rules. Strategy rules. Make sense? No, there is no right or wrong, but most of us in the beginning, those are the emotional mental states, and we, as Dr. Van Tarp is saying, we tend to blame. We do these things and we blame something other than ourselves for what happens, and society promotes it, oh, it's his fault. We tend to blame others. Oh, it's the broker's fault, oh, it's the platform's fault, oh, it's FXFreedom's fault, it's my cat's fault, it's God's fault, right? But when you blame something other than yourself, you can continue to repeat the mistake because it was the result of something beyond your control. Yes, we need to accept responsibilities. The best thing an investor or trader can do when things go wrong is to determine how he or she produced the results. You are going to learn a few institutional tools in the advanced course. How to prevent, make sense? Yes, you're going to learn all of this. Okay. Next one, people have a natural tendency to externalize issues. Rather than deal with the issue, we prefer to blame external factors and assume that we have no control over the issue. And this is subconscious. As a result, the issue will continue to resurface often through market experiences until we deal with it. We need to, Allah, you are a little bit late, look at this great picture. In here, we need to introspect, everybody, make sense? We need to look at ourselves and say, oh my gosh, I am producing this. Not the broker, not the market, not the strategy, me. This is the picture, introspect. One more time, people have a natural tendency to externalize issues. Rather than to deal with the issue, we prefer to blame, right? As a result, the issue will continue to resurface. What is going to resurface? All of those things in here. If you risk too much per trade once, most likely you're going to risk too much per trade, the next trade and the next trade. Entering too soon is going to happen again, closing the trade too soon. All of those things, until we accept that it's us, that it's me, that I'm doing this, not the chart, not the market, not the Fibonacci. I'm not going anywhere as a trader, makes sense? Self-insight involves coming to grips with the real issues and taking charge of them. When you do so, then you can deal with the market rather than your personal issues. Meaning you need to solve what it's blocking you. Make sense, everybody? What I said in the first chapter is worth repeating. Most people tend to avoid working on themselves. 80% of my students in the advanced course, they tend to avoid working on themselves. It's too painful. Instead, the issue they have with themselves, security, self-worth, etc. Self-worth is a big one, right? I'm not worthy. I don't see myself as a trader. Becomes an issue they have with the market. Profits, losses. Simply transfer his problem, transmutes it, and then he has the same problem, but with a different external manifestation. See, everybody, we tend to bring our personal problems to the trading table. This is the issue. One more time, we tend to bring our personal problems, issues to the trading table. If I'm greedy outside the markets, I'm going to be greedy inside the market too. If I'm not organized outside the market, I'm not going to be organized inside the market too. If I'm impatient outside the markets, I'm going to be impatient inside the market too. Believe in yourself. If you do not already fully believe in yourself, then start now. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you are making it very hard for anybody else to do so. What I mean by this is the way you speak to yourself. The yes I can, the I'm able, it's so important that you can say to yourself, how do I feel about myself? What is my self-image? Remember, you are completely in control. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you are not, you aren't. If you would like to win but think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster person, but sooner or later the person who wins is the person who thinks they can. Wow, good one. What does this mean, everybody? If you think trading is difficult, you are right. If you think trading is not difficult, you are right too. Make sense, everybody? If you think these markets it's impossible, you are right. If you think these markets are easy, you are right too. It's how we think, everybody, that makes the difference. Make sense? Exactly how we think. If you have trouble dealing with self-esteem, then you will probably transfer the issue to being unable to make market losses. Good one, good one. If you decide you want a system to help you deal with the losses, then the system will just become a new problem. You will probably jump from system to system until you learn to deal with the primary issue, self-esteem. How many of us are jumping from system to system, from strategy to strategy, and we don't want to introspect and understand that it's not the strategy the issue, it's my self-esteem. I don't agree with you. It's subconscious, everybody. Make sense? Numbers don't lie. Remember, numbers, look at the numbers, it's not personal. Most traders, in my opinion, one more time, this is from Van Tarp's book, Super Trader. Most traders, in my opinion, have some basic psychological issues that they bring to the market. That issue generally stems from something that happened in the first 5 years of life. For example, the issue might involve self-esteem, dealing with early childhood fears, getting even with a parent, etc. Once a person deals with what particular issues, then following a low-risk game plan becomes easy. But as long as the issue remains, then the market is simply a place to play out some game, and its real purpose is to teach the trader how to deal with his issue, not the strategy, but his issue. Ala, did you do the homework, Ala? I'm sorry, I need to go today a little bit sooner. We have a meeting, everybody. Did you do the homework? Why are you trading? What's the homework? What do you want from trading? And why do you want to be a trader? And remember, when you want something you never had, a Lambo, you have to do something you've never done. Introspect. Freedom, can you repeat please? Yes sir. When you want something you never had, a Lambo or $1 million or freedom, you have to do something you've never done. Introspect, journal, work on yourself. See here, complicated, easy. Forex is not complicated nor easy, Forex just is. We make it complicated or easy. Make sense, everybody? Here is a puzzle, those are the skills. There is only one missing piece of the skill. It's called psychology. Make sense? Oh, these markets are impossible. Is it possible to make money? Yesterday Clara was asking, we were showing the numbers. Is it actually possible to make consistent profits? Yes, it is. Remember, Forex is not complicated nor easy. Forex just is. We make it complicated or easy. One more? Okay, one more. It's random. Wow, this is a nice one. You must make it okay to lose if you want to win. I don't like this one, right? How many of you are feeling, oh, I don't like this one, I don't like it? You must make it okay to lose if you want to win. Most of us are taught that winning is everything or the only thing. So this is the programming, everybody, in society and in school. We can imagine the top football coaches telling their players that they must win. Yet when a team becomes defensive and concentrates on avoiding a loss, the team typically loses. How about the business executive who tells employees that they must win if they want to survive? In those situations, when winning is everything, people are likely to lose. And this is psychology, everybody. Remember, in situations when winning is everything, people are likely to lose. And this is a psychological concept. Why? Because you want to be right and you want to win and you want to be right. When my son was 8, he was able to understand this lesson with respect to his soccer games. When his team was behind at halftime and it was not okay to lose, then the team becomes fearful of losing and it's even more likely to lose. But when it is okay to lose, then the team can perform at peak level and still have a chance to win. Why? Because they are not playing to win, they're playing because they love the game. I've been telling you, don't trade for money. Make sense? Because when you trade for money, you become fearful of losing and even more likely to lose. But when you trade because you like to trade, because you love to trade, because you enjoy this profession, then you can perform at your peak performance. Anyway, taking losses goes against all of our cultural training. The loser is not respected. The loser feels as if he or she is something inferior. Yet, if there is one secret to becoming a winning speculator, is to make it okay to lose. Van Tarp said it best, yet if there is one secret to become a winning trader is it's okay to lose. Have a loser, right? Not a stupid loser, a loser that makes sense. You are playing a game and losing is part of that game. Ala says yes. Okay, Ala, type in the chat. What did you write? Ala, type in the chat, why do you want to be a trader? This is the last one, everybody. It's the one that interests me the most. Why do you want to be a trader? Type in the chat. In the meantime, I'm going to find another slide from the book. The task of being out of the market. I have saved the most important part of the model until last. Taking care of yourself when you're out of the market. Top traders who last lead well-balanced lives. This is worth repeating. Top traders who last lead well-balanced lives. To understand the importance of how you live your life when you are out of the market, consider the parts model discussed earlier in the self-analysis section. You've created a number of parts with various needs. All of your parts have good intentions. If you do not take care of your needs when you are away from the markets, then your parts will act to fulfill the needs while you are in the market. If you don't play or add excitement to your out of the market life, then you are done. And Allah said, everybody, I want to be free. Why do I want to be a trader? I want to be free. Well, everybody, you know the formula, right? You know the formula how to be free? You know the formula. Everybody, this is the formula. After the Forex course 101, you need to come to the Forex course 202. Okay? If you want consistent results, ask for Institutional Trader Development Program. If you've been around the block for 3-4 years or more and you are not making it, this course is a must. You must come to this course. Why? Because you are not stupid, but yeah, you are lacking some specific knowledge. If you want to learn the tools the big investment banks and the big hedge funds are using to make money consistently, you must do this. You must come to this course, right? No excuses. Yes, even if you have a full-time job, everybody, you can still come to the Advanced Institutional Trader course. Okay, everybody, I'm sorry I need to go. Merry Christmas to everybody and see you back on Monday. Until Monday, stay strong and, as Allah said, trade for freedom. This is FX Freedom, and remember the picture, introspect during the holidays. Try to introspect.